I was making sure it was recording. Alright, so this is going to be my official follow up to the video I did before because I felt like I was playing too much. And even though I think this is a fucking joke, I should have took it a little more seriously. So I'm gonna include this.
But we're going to talk about that, I believe, for a moment here.
Sure.
And all right, I just want the audience to know this. People can read the lawsuit on their own if they'd like to. You can read it in the New York Times. I read it last night. There's some really gross text messages that Antonio, unless the woman has.
All right, so apparently the lawsuit includes text messages that were disturbing or disgusting. And this is my response to that. There are people in the world that have fetishes. Do you know what fetishes are? They are disgusting. They are disgusting shit. Weird shit people are into sexually. All right. There are people who have fetishes out there. There are people who have foot fetishes. There are people who have hair fetishes. There are people who have feces fetishes. There are people who have old people fetishes. To be honest, and this is disgusting, but there are people that have children fetishes. Like, it's weird, but this exists. There are people that have animal fetishes. There are people that have animal suit fetishes and all this other shit. Like, there are people that are into some weird shit. All right, maybe this is a fetish. Maybe whatever he said in those text messages was consensual and it was reciprocated back and forth. I didn't read the lawsuit. I tried to find it online. I mean, unless I was looking in the wrong spot, I didn't find it, so I just said fuck it. But I may find a link to it somewhere. But right now, I'm just going off of what what other people are saying about this shit, and I'm just deciding for myself what I'm choosing to believe until more evidence come out. But I read what she said. I read what she said happened. I already stated that I don't believe any of it. And I also said, and I'm going to say this again, I also said that if they did have if there was anything sexual going on, it was consensual. All right? And I also followed it up with saying Antonio Brown is a good-looking dude. He has the personality that some people may find attractive. And he also has a shitload of money. Women will want to fuck him. Okay, and I made a video before this, but I don't think I'm gonna post it up. So I'm gonna say what I said in that one. All right, Antonio Brown probably met this chick in college, thought she was cute as shit, but didn't have the confidence, or they probably were friends or something, and he probably I guess either wanted to wait to make his move, or he just decided not to make his move. All right. So when he got to the league, he probably got some money. He probably put a little bit of notoriety around his name, and then he decided to make his move. So he hired her as his agent. As his trainer. I said that. As his trainer. He hired her as his trainer. All right. They probably had a session, and they probably started fucking. All right. Now, this is where I think this shit is getting muddy. All right. I think they had a full-on sexual relationship. All right. They may not have been boyfriend and girlfriend, fucking giving birthday presents and Valentine's Day gifts and all types of shit like that. But I'm pretty sure, for all intents and purposes, they were in a relationship. All right. It may have been a disgusting one, but they were in one. All right. And sometimes, I'm pretty sure guys understand this. When you have a female friend that you like, and you don't want to make your move, or you wait to make your move. When you get an opportunity to, you're gonna take it. You're gonna take it. I don't know. I think this is a guy thing that we can all understand. That that this is a relatable situation. The situation I'm saying, not what's going on, actually, but this is a relatable situation for men. And for some reason, people got it in their mind that men are the only one that are sexual. Like, women are not sexual at all, and that's not true, man. That's not true. To be honest, women are far more sexual. I could have a 3-hour conversation with a man that I don't know, and we could talk about everything: sports, life, family, all types of shit for those 3 hours. Women. But nothing is sexual. But I could sit down and have a 1-hour conversation with a woman, and about 45 minutes of that is probably geared to something sexual. I've done it before. There was a couple of women, I do have to say this, that weren't like that, but they aren't built that way. They aren't like the other ones, so they were different. And I think it's something in the mind, man. Like, these women think that all they have to offer is sex, so they think that's all the guy wants. So they think in order to hold a conversation with a dude, that's all you have to talk about. I mean, it's sad, but I mean, it's true, man. It's true.
Forged them that Antonio sent to this woman. Along with 3 separate allegations of various forms of sexual misconduct.
Yep. Apparently, he walked in on her, exposed his penis, and then forcibly kissed her. Okay. So, look, if that happened and it wasn't consensual, fine. I will give her that. But where it started, where we start deviating off track, okay, and we start getting into the realm of fiction, is where she said, then I went back, okay, and then he masturbated. I sat at his house watching TV, and he masturbated behind my back, and he ejaculated. I believe he ejaculated on her back. A guy pulled his dick out and forcibly kissed you, and it wasn't consensual and it wasn't warranted. You don't know where it came from. So then you decided that, okay, I'm just going to sit at his house and watch TV. That's fine. It doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with that. All right. I'm not going to say that that's nonfiction, but I'm not going to say that that is completely out the realm of possibility. All right. Now, this is where we completely fall off track. Damn near a year later, I think like they said 7 months later, he apologized to you. I guess with some reservation, you accepted you accepted it, and you tried to have another session, and he full on raped you that time. I don't know. It's kind of like that. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. I have a fucking problem, to be honest, because this is just, I don't know, man. We just start deviating into fiction at this point, man. The more she explains this situation.
Ramping up to forcible rape. Antonio Brown in the last 18 months has been accused of throwing furniture off a balcony, almost hitting a child. He then, in response to that, said,
"Listen, I don't know what Antonio Brown did in the past, like incident for incident, but unless we have video showing that he's doing this shit, it's safe to assume that if people know who he is, most of the time it's for money. Like, seriously, this shit happens a lot, and it's not an excuse. There was this guy, all right? There was this guy who went to McDonald's probably all the fucking time, but he had a heart attack from too much fast food, too much grease and all this other shit. And he sued McDonald's. He sued them because he couldn't stop eating their food. And I believe that's when they started adding salads and shit. He sued McDonald's because he couldn't stop eating fast food. That is funny. So we acting like false accusations for money isn't a normal thing, man. Like, it's damn near normal at this point, man.
The people are just out for money. He's been accused of hitting a different woman. His response to that was, that woman is just out for...
Look, being accused of something and being, I guess, convicted of those things are 2 different things. Like, Cat Williams said this, and I agree with it, bro. Like, he said that he had, 17 accusations or 17 allegations or some shit like that, but he's never been convicted for anything. I mean, if you're being accused for all this shit, but it's never found that you're guilty in anything, like, what the fuck? Like, bro, why is this even being used against him at this point?
For money. He has now been accused of this. His response was, this woman is just out for money. I obviously do not know. No one can know who is telling the truth in this instance, but the allegation...
Both of them are lying to a certain extent. I'm going to say that some of the shit the girl says seems like is grounded in truth, but it's just fucking splattered with lies all over the place. like it wasn't consensual. That's a big one. And I think Antonio Brown said it was consensual, but I don't think that. I don't know. I just think that both people are telling the truth. I know. I think both people are saying some truths, but they're also lying. All right. I'm trying to. I don't look. Antonio Brown said it was a consensual relationship. I don't think that it was a regular relationship, or he said a consensual personal relationship. Just say, look, we had a sex agreement, all right, or some kind of weird shit like that. I don't think it's as just plain as, look, man, we had a personal relationship where she would come over, we would Netflix and chill, and we would hang out and all this other shit. No, man, you probably were fucking doing some pretty weird and sexual shit. Just say that. It's okay to say that. Just say that. I think he's kind of, I don't know, flirting with the line of truth and lie. All right. I'm not gonna say he's lying. She's lying about certain shit. She's lying about it. I know. I got a feeling, man. Just all right. You know how women say they have intuitions. This is my male intuition. All right. I can spot bullshit when rape allegations come out. All right. And this seems like bullshit. Some of it seems like bullshit. I do believe that they were into some weird shit though.
Nations are really, really horrifying, and I would say to people, read the lawsuit. You can also read Antonio's response. He's going to countersue Chris, and he says this is an extortion scheme about $1.5 million business investment with basically a scorned former intimate partner.
And they also say that she has a witness, I guess, or somebody that she went to say that he did these things to her, like somebody she confided in somebody that's close to him, and how like it's looking even more like a fucking screw job, to be honest. I mean, especially if it's a man. If it's a man, there are two reasons why they doing this shit. All right, it's probably either he's trying to get some pussy, or he's trying to get some money, or a surprise one. He's trying to get pussy and money. So, so I don't know, man. I don't know how. It's just not enough, man. It's just so weak, man. It's just not enough. It's not enough evidence, man.
And so those are the facts on the ground, and I don't know otherwise, other than what people can see on their own, what they want to take from it. But that's the timeline of this, and those are the facts on this.
Yeah, I'm going to wait to hear more information on it. I believe that AB, just like she deserves the right to be able to bring these allegations, he deserves the right to have his side of it heard. We haven't heard that besides him denying it. So I'm just going to allow due process to take place, analyze the things on the field until we get some new information.
Due process is a fucking joke, man. Due process is like Santa. All right, some people believe it, like kids, and some people know that shit is bullshit, like everybody else. All right, like due process. There is no due process, man. You're guilty based on certain criteria. You're guilty based on whatever agenda is, surrounding your situation, or you're innocent based on those same criteria, or you're innocent based on those same agendas. I don't think it has anything to do with fair trial. I don't think it has anything to do with fucking the justice system being a fair and impartial system. There are plenty of situations that are like, what about 60, 70 years ago, man, probably longer than that, where these young kids used to get accused of certain shit and they were put on death row. And then, fucking 50 years later, people realize, oh, you know what? They didn't do it. Like, come on, man. The justice system is a fucking joke, man. And the justice system damn sure don't have any love for a black man, especially a black man that don't have billionaire money. All right? I'm sorry.
Information.
And it appears the Patriots are going to do the same. No word yet on whether Antonio Brown plays or not this week in week 2.
And they just momentarily ago released a statement saying basically the NFL is going to investigate. They're going to investigate. They're not going to have any further comment until those investigations are complete.
All right. Now we'll leave it there.
You can expect the NFL to sit him until they've done their investigation. And whatever happens, man. But most likely, nothing is going to come of this shit. I don't think there's enough evidence to convict this guy of anything. And even if there is, I'm pretty sure this should go away with money. All right, let's not forget that Ben Roethlisberger raped the girl allegedly, and we just never heard anything from it a week after it happened. Apparently, so if we're living in the same world as Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown has the same rights and the same privileges, he should be fine, to be honest. So I don't know. I'm gonna wait till more news come out, and then I'm gonna make whatever wild, flaming accusations against her I could possibly make. Because at this point, I'm so tired of shit, man. I'm so tired of shit. All right.